to start with today's news, Street Vendors Act. This comes under GS2 government policies. So a decade has passed since the Street Vendors Act came into effect, that is on 2014, and it is actually a milestone after nearly 4 decades of legal jurisprudence. So for prelims, the Street Vendor Act is Act of Parliament of India enacted to regulate street vendors in public areas. The Act aims to protect the rights of urban street vendors and regulate street vending activities. So it delineates the roles and responsibility of both vendors. According to the Ministry of Housing and Urban Poverty Alleviation, there are around 10 million street vendors in India. So the street vendors have significant role. It constitutes about 2.5% of any city's population and play multifaceted roles. And it is integral to urban life. Street vendors are essential for maintaining affordability and accessibility to food, nutrition and goods distribution. Redistribution of wealth. This comes under GS2 polity. There have been a heated exchange between the ruling government and the opposition with respect to the ongoing election campaign. So the Supreme Court constituted a 9-judge bench to interpret the DPSP with respect to ownership of material resources. See, for prelims, you need to study about that particular provisions, constitution provisions. In preamble, we have says that to secure all the citizens' social and economic justice, liberty, and equality. So, fundamental rights listed in Part 3 of the Constitution guarantees liberty and equality for all the citizens. So, DPSP Article 39B and C of DPSP contains principles that are aimed at securing economic justice. They provide that ownership and control of material resources of the society should be distributed. So the policies and measures taken for redistribution of wealth after independence. That is under Article 31, it has been provided that compensation and it also since the government want the flexibility in acquiring land, it curtailed the scope of right to property through many amendments in due course of time, like 31st Amendment, A, B and C. Microbes, not fossil fuel, produced most new methane. This comes under GS3 Science and Tech. For the last 3 years, Naveen Chandra has been spending most of his days at the Research Institute for Global Change in Japan. So this researchers examined the concentration of methane in the atmosphere and how it changed. Methane is the second most abundant anthropogenic greenhouse gas after CO2. So over a century, methane has a global warming potential 28 times greater than CO2 and even higher over shorter periods. So at the UN climate talks in 2021, member countries launched the global methane pledge. When fossil fuels such as natural gas or oil are extracted from deep within the Earth's crust, thermogenic methane is released. Biogenic methane comes from microbial action. Single-cell microorganisms distinct from bacteria, they are called methogens. So they play a very important role in global carbon cycle, and while methane, we all know that it is a potent greenhouse gases. Thank you. Have a great day.